Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the DC Direct Blackest Night Series 4 Black Hand. Now, of course, this is one of the major players in Blackest Night, and of course you'll see he comes with the skull of Bruce Wayne. At least at the time they thought it was the skull of Bruce Wayne. I believe it was the skull of the Batman clone that Darkseid made. One of the Batman clones. But very nice. You can definitely tell it's Batman because of the energy flowing around. It makes it like it has two points, like the ears of Batman's cowl. But Black Hand looks great in packaging, as you can see there. Of course, he also comes with his Black Lantern base, as you can see a little bit there. It's kind of covered up by his cape. That being said, onto the back of the packaging here, you can see the other characters in the wave. And it says, Black Hand. William Hand used the weapon of Atrocitus to drain the power from the Green Lantern ring. Energizing his own criminal activities, plaguing Hal Jordan for years, Hand never posed a serious threat, fading into obscurity. His return ignited the foretold Blackest Night, threatening to destroy everything the Guardians and Green Lantern Corps stand for, in ways never dreamed imaginable. Down here you have Wave 1 through 3 listed, with Wave 5 a completely Black Lantern wave coming soon. Of course, this wave was all Black Lantern except for one Green Lantern figure. But that being said, I'm very glad to have Black Hand. He looks fantastic. Let's pull this bad boy out of the packaging. And here we have Black Hand out of packaging holding the skull of Bruce Wayne. I've got to say, I was really hoping that the skull would have a peg or something to connect itself to Black Hand's hand. But we don't get anything. I guess you're just supposed to let it rest in there naturally, which it does somewhat. You know, you just got to have it in the right pose. But there's some fantastic detail on this figure in general. Of course, you get a good close-up of that face sculpt. A very nice face sculpt. Great detail all down his costume. As you can see, the skull of Batman there. More on that in a second. Of course, over here. And I even don't mind the fact that they leave off the detail in the ring so much on the Black Lantern figures, because it's so hard to tell because it'd be black anyway. Of course, just fantastic detail. Now, the skull of Bruce Wayne. As you can see here, I really love how they went with that translucent coating of plastic around it. But there are two notches on either side of it. I don't know what those are supposed to be, or if they're quality control. Because I'm leaning towards quality control. I mean, I don't see why those would be there, and I don't even remember anything like that in the book. But overall, it's a really nice looking skull. I really love the energy projection around it. Just unfortunate we have the two notches on the side and that we don't get a peg to hold it into Black Hand's hand. I should actually leave that out for a second. Of course, pulling him off the base, the standard Black Lantern base that comes with all the figures that are Black Lanterns. Some surprising articulation on Black Hand as well. He does 360 degrees at the head, goes up and down. He would do 360, but he's hindered by his cape. He turns at the forearm on this arm, bends at the elbow, and turns at the wrist. On this arm, he goes back and forth, also goes out. But I didn't mention on this arm, he goes out as well. Bends at the elbow, wrist joint. Of course, no main torso articulation. Legs go out to about here, and back to about here. Knee joint, and no ankle articulation or anything like that. But really a fantastic job of detail all around this guy. So let's put him back on his base really quick. If I can get his peg in here. So that being said, let's bend his arm back. Black Hand is actually, my comic shop got a few sets of these in, and while they always hold a set for me, I noticed that the Black Hand figure was one of the only ones that actually sold out completely. And I definitely, you know, there's obvious reasons why. He's one of the best looking figures in the line. You know, he poses fantastically. The skull, well, I think there's a few minor flaws. You know, you aren't going to be able to tell those little etchings from a distance. It looks great. This is one of my favorite figures from the Blackest Night line. And of course, being one of the main villains, I'm glad they did such a fantastic job. Oh, if you were wondering, his cape is kind of a soft rubber. It's going to hold his shape definitely, but it moves around a little bit. This guy will run you about 20 bucks at your local comic shop, maybe a little bit more off eBay. If you're a Blackest Night fan and you haven't picked this guy up yet, you have to have this guy in your collection. So this is JTrain997. This is by far one of my favorite figures in the Blackest Night line so far, and I'll see you soon, YouTube.